Hey, what's up everybody, this is Kyrocker, welcome to another video review, and today we'll be taking a look at another very underrated figure. Today we'll be taking a look at the WWE Elite Series 81, The Rock. That's right. Picked this up at Target recently, as well as the Elite Series 81 Shinsuke Nakamura, which was last week's review, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. Anyways, anyone who's been following my channel for quite a while, you will know The Rock is my favorite wrestler of all time. And so anytime they make an updated figure of him, I gotta have it instantly. So when they announced this figure was going to have his new tattoo, I instantly had to grab it. And yes, I do agree, it's not the greatest figure of The Rock, but I think it's still not that bad. I think it's not as bad as people say it is. And I'll get into that later on. Anyways, before we take a look at the figure, take a look at the packaging first. Anyways, picture of The Rock there in the outfit. Certified authentic, Elite Collection, The Rock there. Picture of The Rock, gotta love that. Gotta love that expression. Elite Collection. Picture of The Rock from the show, which is obviously photoshopped because normally he would have a Brahma Bull symbol right there from the company that made his outfit. But I guess because of copyright they couldn't do that. Anyways, picture of The Rock on the back. I have bio and stats. You can pause out there if you want to read. And the other figures of the set, of course, we got The Rock, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Street Profits, Stunning Steve Austin, and Bianca Belair. The Rock, obviously, we're reviewing today. Shinsuke Nakamura, I reviewed him last week. So check that out if you haven't seen it. Street Profits I reviewed a few weeks ago, so check that out if you haven't seen it. Stunning Steve Austin, I have no idea if I'm going to get that or not. If I get the Brian Pillman from Elite 47B, I will probably pick up that figure. And Bianca Belair, as of the making of this video, I did actually order her from Ringside Collectibles because they lowered the price a little bit. So I was able to snatch her up. So she will be coming next week. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, I'm very excited to get my hands on that figure. Anyways, that's about it for the packaging. So let's open up The Rock and see how electrifying he actually is. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so here we have The Rock. Open up and have his packaging. Now, as I said before, this figure, it might not be the greatest figure of The Rock, but it's not as bad as people say it is. And it's also not as bad as I expected either. Because when people were hating on this figure, saying, oh, it's like one of the worst Rock figures ever, I was like, yeah, maybe it is that bad, but when I saw it in person, I was like, you know, it's actually not that bad. I'll get more into that later. Unfortunately, I still have a few problems with it. It's not perfect, but I'll get into that later. Alright, first up is accessories. He comes with two sets of hands. He comes with the gripping hands to hold the championship and the microphone. And of course, a pair of fists for when he's on the top rope, you know, holding his fist in the air, as seen here on the box. And he comes with the new SmackDown microphone. Just what we're used to. It's just the standard WWE microphone with the blue stripe on it. Which I like it. You know, it's different. And also, I think the material on the microphone's better. Like it's not like flimsy rubber like the other microphones are. It's a little bit of a harder rubber, that way it doesn't get warped. And it definitely fits better into his hand. Which I'm curious why they had him hold the microphone in this hand in the package, when usually he always holds the microphone with this hand. So I don't get that. Then last but not least, his shirt, which is Velcro removable, and it's very soft too. However, it feels like the material that has been known to leave stains on the figure. So obviously this is my first time putting the shirt on because he was not wearing it in the box. So hopefully it doesn't leave stains on the figure. So be careful. Anyways, comes right off. However, it is a little inaccurate because when he was wearing it, the cut here for the straps was actually a little bit further down, but that's fine. And here's The Rock. I'm sure all the ladies watching this are drooling and be like, ooh, The Rock without a shirt on. Now here comes to the first controversy, his new tattoo, which is very accurate. Like, I honestly like this tattoo. I'm still getting used to it. And yeah, I miss the old Brahma Bull tattoo that he had in the past. But I actually like this tattoo. I think it's pretty nice. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's really cool. Now, unfortunately, I got a bad one. The tattoo is tilted to the side for some reason. Like, how do they screw that up? Like, seriously, how exactly do you screw that up? Like, they just decided to paint it tilted? Like, what the heck? His tattoo doesn't look like that. Like, it looks more like this. Like, it looks more like that. As you see, it's not tilted. But whatever. And then just your basic black pants. Now, it is different from before, because usually when they would have, you know, The Rock wearing black pants, it would just be plain, but this time it has the white stripes. Nothing too much on the back. Unfortunately, mine has a scratch, but that's fine. I didn't notice that in the box. Because obviously, he's face straight forward. I didn't see the back of him. And unfortunately, he has the same problem that Montez Ford from the Street Profits had in the same set. He has the old school John Cena shoe mold, where these get really, really loose over time. Thankfully, mine are a little bit tight. But then after a while, like, even if you don't really mess with these, they still become loose very, very easily. And it makes this figure, like, impossible to stand up. But since mine are nice and tight, this figure isn't falling over, thank God. So be very careful if you buy this or Montez Ford from the set that have the shoe mold. So that's really a shame. For a few comparisons, here's with a couple other of my Elite Rock figures, just to get an idea. Here is pretty much my favorite figure of the Rock, the Elite Series 14. Now, he does have wrestling attire underneath, so I liked it that they include the cloth pants with the Elite 14. So I kind of wish they could have done that with this one. But I don't know, what attire could you have given him? Because we've never seen him wrestle with this new tattoo. Or at least not yet. Next to the Royal Rumble Elite. If I can get it back there. And last but not least, the Elite Series 22, The Rock. Now this brings me to pretty much everyone's complaint about this figure, and that is his torso. It's too skinny. Now obviously these two figures, the Elite 14 and the Royal Rumble Elite, are based on when he first came back to the company. Like this one's from 2011, this one's from 2013. Now ever since his last match, he's gained quite a bit of muscle. So he should look like this. So they should have given him this torso, not this. So that's kind of a shame if you ask me. I mean, I still like this torso for The Rock, but I think since he gained quite a bit of muscle since his last time he came back, he should have this torso. So he's gained quite a bit of muscle since 2011 and 2012. So therefore, he should have this torso, not this torso that the other ones have. But whatever. Like I said, I'm gonna have him displayed on my shelf with the shirt on, so it's not like it won't be that big of a deal, but he does look a little bit too skinny even when he's wearing it. So they should have given him the bigger torso. Anyways, articulation is pretty much what you expect. Head can rotate 360. Can't look down, can't look up either. Arms fully rotate 360. They can go in and out. Rotate at the bicep, bend the elbow, rotate at the wrist, and hinge. Ab crunch moves about that far forward and that far back. Swivel waist, legs forward about that far, and back to original position. They can go in and out, rotate the thigh, double jointed knee. Unfortunately, my thigh's a little bit loose. And of course, swivel with the shoe. It does have a hinge at the shoe, but I wouldn't move it too much. I just see it's starting to get loose already, just from me doing that. And then slight pivot. So overall, not bad. I forgot to mention, I think the head is fine. It's not the greatest head sculpt, but I don't think it's that bad. It was still pretty cool to have an updated Elite figure of The Rock with his new tattoo, because this is his first Elite figure with his new tattoo, because we got a basic in pretty much the same attire, but now we got an Elite, because obviously I prefer the Elites. So pretty much not that bad. Aside from the torso being too skinny, and of course the problem with the shoes, I don't think this figure is as bad as people have said it is. I'm sure it's not the greatest figure of The Rock, but it's still not that bad either. So final thoughts, I don't think this figure is as bad as people have said it is. I mean, sure, it's not perfect, and it's not the greatest, but it's still not that bad. Like, it gets a very bad rap. People are acting like it's like the worst figure ever, but it's not that bad. Like I said, aside from the, of course, the problem with the shoe mold, and of course the torso should be a little bit bigger, like its chest should be bigger. Aside from that, it's not a bad figure. So I'd say if you're a fan of The Rock, and if you just want like a casual figure of The Rock, like when he's doing, his promos and everything, and especially if you want a figure of The Rock with his new tattoo, I would say this is a good figure to go with. Like I said, it's not that bad. So I would say give it a chance. Give it a chance. And also, if you find it in stores, if they have more than one look at them to make sure the tattoo isn't tilted to the side, like mine is, like make sure it's the way it's supposed to be, like this. So be wary of that. Anyways, but aside from the torso being a little bit too small, and of course the problem with the shoes, it's not a bad figure. I'll give it a, same as Shinsuke Nakamura from last week, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. Like I say, it's not perfect, but it's still not that bad. As if you're a Rock fan, and if you want an updated figure of The Rock, as well as a casual figure of The Rock when he's cutting promos, I would say go for it. I think this is a pretty decent figure. So it's very underrated, so give it a chance. Anyways, pick it up if you can. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check out my last review, which was the Elite Series 81 Shinsuke Nakamura. And stay tuned for next week's review, which will be the Elite Series 81 Bianca Belair. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And also be sure to pick up your official Skywrecker merch on my store on bonfire.com. The link is down below. Very limited quantities, so if you want it, you better get it soon. Anyways, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys. Bye.